Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live here this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we'll, as usual, wait for a few folks to come on here this morning. Okay, just want to adjust this a little bit. Okay, who's number one on the hit parade this morning? Okay. Hello, Mike and Sandra, Rosa. Good morning. Francis Marie. How you doing? And Jocelyn and Nick from our staff. Good morning. Bev, New Brunswick. Dorothy. Good morning. Doc, Angelina. McEwen. Good morning. Karen, Kincardine. Mary. Brenda. New Brunswick. Anne, good morning. New Brunswick, Moncton. Wendy, Markham, good morning. Deb from Timmins. And Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Adeline, good morning from LaSalle, Ontario. Ridgeway, David, Rita. Guys, thanks for saying hello. We appreciate it. Kevin, Rainy Oshawa. Mary, good morning. Yanan, bonjour. Deb. Okay. Another Wendy from London. Suzanne, good morning. And Deanna. And Thea. Thanks for coming on. Rita. Surrey, British Columbia. Elaine, how are you? And Ziane and Jean, bonjour. Denise. And IT from Unionville, Ontario. Diane, bonjour. Donna, good morning. And Milika. Okay. Guys, I don't know if you knew this or not. Robin, how are you? And Chantal from Espanola. Dorothy, PEI. Beautiful. Jocelyn. Okay. I don't know if you knew this or not, but do you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is Vitamin D Day. November 2nd is Vitamin D Day. So I sort of have intention in honor of vitamin D. We did a whole program yesterday on vitamin D, but this week I probably mention vitamin D every day anyway, so it won't be anything new for you guys, but I'm just going to be more cognizant of the fact that there's actually a vitamin D day, and that's tomorrow. I guess it's a good time to have it in the fall like that, to remind people to take their vitamin D. If you're not seeing the sun, you need vitamin D. Okay, now, like I said, you're a human solar panel. Every aspect of your body's functions need vitamin D to operate properly. I mean, you'll operate, but you won't operate properly without vitamin D. And so, sun, steak, and steel, and sleep, and coffee. Okay. New book coming out, okay? My end is done. My end is done. It's off to the publisher. So their job is next, okay? And then I'll give you a better idea when they give me an idea when it will be out, okay? So, but here's what I want to talk about today, okay? Not just vitamin D, because vitamin D is part of it, but we're going to talk about Alzheimer's because this is a new study that came out. 1 out of 8 people, this is for the United States, 1 out of 8 people in the United States after the age of 65 will be diagnosed with Alzheimer's. 1 out of 8 after the age of 65 will be diagnosed. This is brand new. We knew the numbers were terrible. I mean, we really did. I mean, you know, I've been telling you this for quite a few years. The number one killer in the United Kingdom is Alzheimer's. It's number 3 here in North America. as a cause of death, behind heart disease and cancer, and just above diabetes. Now, you guys know this, the teaching on metabolic syndrome, because when you look at the 4 ways you're going to die, eliminate, you got hit by a bus. Okay? You got hit by a bus. Accident. Okay? But the other 4 major killers, heart disease still number 1, very close. Number 2 is cancer. Alzheimer's is number 3. Who would have thought that a degenerative disease like Alzheimer's would creep up to be number 3? Can I share something with you? Alzheimer's in the 1970s, what? I'm not saying it didn't exist, but we never even talked about it. And I mean it. You can search through medical books in the 1970s. Look under A. Alzheimer's? What? I mean that. And here we have really a modern day disorder. A modern day disorder. And guys, you know me. If something is happening and something is increasing, and I'm a why guy. Why? What's going on? Why is this happening? That's why I talk about it. Because guys, the why goes back to metabolic syndrome. So when you read statistics like 1 out of 8 after the age of 65 is going to get Alzheimer's, hey, I'm over 65. You think I'm not concerned about that? I need my memory. You know, I've been told that I have a 1-track mind. Okay? But I sure need my memory. And so do you. It's a big issue. And when they talk about it, it's amazing to me. When I read the article, read the study, they're not telling you what to do about it. They're just telling you statistics. It's worse than we thought. And they give a couple of clues as to, if people that, what the first symptom is short-term memory. Long-term memory is good. Short-term memory seems to be off kilter. People are searching for words, they're doing things that they, where did I put my keys? I just put them down 5 seconds ago. That kind of thing. Look, I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about, okay, if it's part of metabolic syndrome, which I'm 100% convinced that it is. And guys, you don't hear this term as much anymore, but Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. That it was coined, that term 10, 15 years ago. But the food industry don't like that. Big Pharma doesn't like that. They're looking for love in all the wrong places, guys, because they have a tendency to they want Big Pharma wants to create a medication, and I've talked to you about this many a time. The medications have been colossal failures for Alzheimer's. Colossal failures. Because they fudged the studies to show that it was amyloid plaque. And they developed medications to counteract that. And guess what, folks? That's not the problem. The problem of Alzheimer's, the shrinking brain, is primarily due to metabolic syndrome. It's the liver. It's the Costco parking lot. And if you want to help to prevent it, you better start there. You better start there. The storage machine that you own, your liver, and if you choose the wrong fuel, sugar, crappy carbohydrates, your liver's going to get packed up and it has to react to that. When the parking lot is full, it has to react to that. It sends off triglycerides. It creates inflammation. It's all to do with insulin resistance. And like I said, Alzheimer's used to be called type 3 diabetes. There's a huge problem with food. So you guys know what to do about that. I don't have to repeat that for you. You know you have to start in the kitchen. We want to do prevention of Alzheimer's. Start in the kitchen. If nothing else, you know, I tell people this. If nothing else, and you would get rid of sugar and get rid of your sweet tooth, you have no idea the ramifications of that on your health, how good that is for you. Okay? It's amazing. And I always tell people, look, if you don't believe me, let the human body speak to you. What do I mean by that? Everything in your body reacts to sugar. It can't be in the bloodstream. Imagine that. You know that sugar, your body it'll do anything it can to take sugar out of your bloodstream. Hello, there must be a reason for that. You have an organ dedicated to the removal of sugar from your bloodstream. Can you imagine, okay, you drink, Dr. Martin, Tropicana, orange juice. Somebody told me that yesterday. Orange juice. It must be good. It's oranges, Doc. You know, as if I didn't know. No, you don't understand. Your body doesn't know the difference between a Pepsi and orange juice as far as sugar goes. Yeah, there may be some nutrients there. I get that. Okay? Dr. Martin, there's vitamin C. Well, yeah, but there's no coffee in it, so you're not getting the real vitamin C. No, but what I'm saying is this. You know, because there's some good, you know, things in sugar, not sugar, but fruit, for example. The reason that I limit, I'm always trying to limit, because I know the reaction of your body to sugar, my friend. Your body reacts. And we live in a different world. I always tell people, look, Grandpa used to have cookie. You know, last night was Halloween. Somebody asked on last Friday, what do we give out for Halloween? Let the kids enjoy Halloween. But now parents, go hide the goodie bag. Go hide it. Okay? But listen, Linda, listen. Metabolic syndrome is a storage problem. If people insist on eating sugar, crappy carbs that turn to sugar rapidly, if they insist on eating that, let me tell you what your body does. Your body will say, okay, you eat sugar, I gotta work triple hard to get that sugar out of your bloodstream. I must take it out of your bloodstream because you might not know this, but I know this, says your body, that sugar left in the bloodstream will destroy your blood vessels. Your body knows that. Sugar left in your bloodstream will destroy your blood vessels. And it you don't see it, but it's happening quickly there in the blood vessels. Your body, you can have, guys, you could eat 20 donuts. Please don't do that, okay? But you could. And you know what your body will do? Your blood sugar will go to the roof. But your body, because you're fearfully and wonderfully made, your body, the ambulance will come in. The ambulance written insulin. It's coming to the scene of an accident. You happen to eat 20 donuts. You know what insulin will do? It will take that sugar out of the bloodstream, and it doesn't matter how much sugar you consume, your body will not allow sugar to stay in the bloodstream. Now listen to what I'm going to say. If you emptied out your 5 liters of blood, if you empty it, and you look for sugar an hour after eating 20 donuts, you would find less than a teaspoon of sugar in there. Less than a teaspoon. Well, what happened to the rest? What happened to the rest? Well, insulin says, the traffic cop says, you cannot park in the blood. Therefore, I am bringing you to be stored. Okay? You got 3 places to store sugar. In your muscles, okay? In your muscles, in your liver, and in fat cells. Now, you don't have a lot of muscles, you don't have extra bins. So you know what your body does? It packs up your liver. With what? Glycogen. Fat. Sugar becomes, it's stored as fat. You got, if you, guys, God love medical doctors, okay? I call them firefighters because that's what they do. They just fight fires. They don't know anything about food, so they don't know anything about prevention. And you know what I mean? Like, they're firefighters, okay? God bless them, you need firefighters when you have a fire, okay? But they don't understand nutrition. Nutrition 101 teaches you when you insist on eating sugar, if you insist on eating crappy carbs, bread, pasta, rice, cereals, sugar, sweets, pastries, juice, milk, alcohol. You got it? You got that list? When you insist, your body has to react to it. Insulin will do its job. It will do its job. And it'll say, you come here. I'm parking you someplace else. You cannot park in a no parking zone. Sugar, you can't stay in the bloodstream. Now, you and I get that, don't you? You get it, I get it. Just to tell you, because you got that, you're in the 1% that gets that. They don't teach that in medical schools. You would think, but they don't. That's why, listen, that's why every day on Facebook, every day on my emails, every day, Doc, kidneys. Oh yeah, what about them? Well, my doctor said, I gotta stop eating all that protein because protein destroys my kidneys. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Sugar destroys your kidneys because of blood vessels. What makes your kidneys work is circulation. And when you insist on eating sugar, that'll destroy your kidneys. Salt doesn't destroy your kidneys, and protein doesn't destroy your kidneys. Sugar does. But because, I hate to be negative, but because physicians don't know anything about nutrition, you get lies. What damages your blood vessels, guys? You guys know the answer. Is it cholesterol or sugar? Cholesterol, 99%. Listen to this statistic. 99%. The survey says 99% of the population out there. Because if you say a lie long enough, it will become mainstream, and it's exactly what's happened. Cholesterol, bad. My friend, I know I got sidetracked, but what kills your brain? What makes your brain shrink? It will shrink. What will make your hippocampus, the memory center of your brain, shrink? Is sugar, my friend. Is sugar, my friend. And that's why they used to call Alzheimer's, and still some do, I do, Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. My friend, you can't control everything in this world. You can't. But I'll tell you what you can control. You can control the food that you put in your mouth. You know me. I'm consistent. Change fuels. Go from crappy carbs. Go from moderation. Go to elimination and eliminate the crap in your diet. And if you want to protect your brain, you better start in the kitchen. Got it? Got it. You start in the kitchen. Now, you knew I was going to talk about vitamin D, right? Because vitamin D is essential for your brain. Vitamin D is essential for your hippocampus. Vitamin D. If you have low levels of vitamin D, this is a study that I actually put into my new book. Vitamin D is essential for your memory. Who knew? Who knew how good the sun was for you? Who knew how an inexpensive supplement, who knew how good this was for you, vitamin D? Now, you knew, but the world doesn't know that. Because the sun is the boogeyman. The sun is the boogeyman. Right? So you need vitamin D. What else do you need? I talked about this yesterday. If I could grab every senior. I love seniors. I do. I'm a senior. I love seniors. They're being abused. Seniors are being abused by lies. They're being abused. They need vitamin D. They need B12. They need steak. They don't need spinach. They need steak. And they're being lied to. They're being abused, you see. And you see, you guys know this. Who questions their doctor? Seniors don't. Half of their medications they could eliminate if they ate right and took the right supplements. They don't have to take 100 things. Vitamin D, they're extremely low. They're deficient almost invariably. And just good luck trying to get their vitamin D levels checked. It's almost like pulling teeth. I never seen anything like it. It's an essential biomarker. Essential. And they don't test it routinely. The brainiacs who in our province, Ontario, they decided to defund the testing of vitamin D. I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, you should have heard me screaming. Are you guys kidding? But you know, Mom, we don't need the vitamin D. It's only for bones. It's bones. Bones. You bonehead. Ooh, I used to get so... You guys must think I'm angry all day, eh? Folks, I tell you, I blew a gasket when they defunded vitamin D, and you got to pay for it. Well, look, guys, it's worth. If your parents or someone, a senior, is getting blood work done, if you can chip in, say, I'll pay for the vitamin D test. It's worth it, guys. It's worth it. And it's worth it to get your B12. Listen, when you think of B12, think of your neurological system. Guys, I'm touching the wood in my head. You hear it? Listen, up here is headquarters. It's only 2% of your body weight, but it's headquarters. It takes 25% of your energy, and it does not function properly without vitamin D and without B12. Why do I talk about that all the time? I know. And that's why I want you to eat your B12. Eat your B12. When people tell me they don't eat red meat, I want to scream. How can that be good for you, not to eat red meat? How could it be? Oh, Dr. Martin, it's acidic. Ooh. Who said? Dr. Martin, it's not good for you. My doctor said, go to your plumber. You'll get better advice when it comes to nutrition. I'm sorry, but I can't stand it. Here we have a disease of Alzheimer's that is unbelievable numbers. And all I want to help you with, my friend, is to prevent it. And if you have a little soapbox, you get the people you can influence and you tell them to. Hey, if they don't listen, you know what? You can bring a horse to water and add some salt. Salt to the oats, okay? Oats ain't for you, they're for horses. Okay? No, but guys, listen. Food, vitamin D, the sun, or supplement if you need it. If you're older, sun plus supplementation. Sun plus supplementation. Because you don't absorb vitamin D like you used to. If someone is bigger, they're obese, they need more vitamin D. Fat is a big detrimental factor to absorption of vitamin D. That's a fact. If you have darker skin, you need more vitamin D than me. Your pigmentation blocks the absorption of vitamin D. You've got to get more sun, or you got to do both. When I talk to people that have darker skin, I said, are you taking your vitamin D? You better. But even just for the brain, don't even think of the solar panel for your T cells and everything else. Just for the brain, vitamin D is essential, and so is B12. So is B12. Now, guys, I know. I get sidetracked. But it's, guys, you get it. The kitchen, we'll do part 2 tomorrow. The kitchen, start in the kitchen. Start with the basics. Start with insulin. Start with foods that you understand, like crappy carbs, and eliminate. To the extent you can, eliminate. To the extent your family, you can teach them not, eliminate. Guys, if they won't listen to you, maybe they'll listen to me. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But get them listening to the Doctor Is In podcast. Young people especially, they love podcasts. I had a young person yesterday telling me, Doc, I listen to your podcast all. You mean you listen to an old goat like me? She said, yep. I listen to an old goat like you. She said, you're speaking common sense. Well, thank you. Thank you. Horse sense. Common sense. Okay. Got it? Got the memo so far? How do we prevent Alzheimer's? How does your body operate? How is your brain operating? There's nothing that'll destroy your brain more than sugar. So remember that. Okay. Can I breathe now? Yes, I'm breathing. Okay? Guys, you guys are great. I mean it. You put up with my shenanigans all the time. We appreciate that. You have no idea. Okay? Now remember, on the podcast The Doctor Is In, we're over 1 million downloads. You've made that the #1 health podcast in Canada. Okay? We're over 1 million downloads. On Facebook, we're almost there. I'm going to have a little party when we're there. We're almost at 70,000 likes. Folks, that's unheard of on Facebook. But that's you guys. Okay? That's you guys. And we appreciate that. Okay? The Martin Clinic, when I speak for the staff and I speak for my son, and I tell you, we appreciate you guys. You have no idea. and your encouragement to us. And even the fact that you're listening to this on a daily basis is a wonderful thing. So tell your friends, okay, and tell your family. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.